Hey, what's happening, man? It's Cool Water again. Kicking out another quick podcast. In which case I was listening to V103, Atlanta's premier radio station. And they have a situation on this morning with Wanda and Ryan Cameron. And the situation is about the comedian George Lopez, which you know he is considered Hispanic or of Mexican descent. George was on the comedy set, said some black jokes about black people, and one which in particular was about black women, and said there's two things that you don't do if you basically Latino community, which is marry a black woman or double park in front of their house. So one of the black chicks that was in the audience got pissed, gave him the middle finger, threw the shit up, you know, highly upset. So he started going in on her, went off on her, cussed her out, kicked her and her partners out, and, you know, alluded to these as just jokes, which we know, you know, that's the intent. But he was on V103, and what I'm bringing to the forefront is, you know, a lot of folks, man, like to pretend that racism ain't amongst folks of color. Blacks and Mexicans always had some issues. Now George cool with everybody in you know, from the culture. He done rocked with all of them. But he said something one time when he was on V103, which is about 3 months ago, that his grandmother was racist as hell, and told him, you know, what you doing bringing that, you know, that in Spanish terms, that nigga, you know, to the house or around the house. Oh, matter of fact, he was listening to Richard Pryor. That's what it was. And his grandmama said, you better take that El Chino or El Negro or something off, the way she described it in Spanish, off. Don't you ever listen to that nigga in my house again, because she don't like black people. And he said that outright. So it's in his DNA. Even if it's underlining, if it's hidden, it's in his DNA. The thing that y'all gotta understand is, man, and even, you know, people can be your friend and still be racist. A white person, a black person, a Indian person, Chinese, they can still be cool with you and still hate your guts. Y'all, you know, a lot of people want to pretend like we all going along to get along. We not all going along to get along. Everybody ain't on your team. You see what I'm saying? That's why, you know, like I'm putting these Black History facts up there on the Facebook page. I'm doing that, man, for exposure, because it's people that just don't know. They need to know, you know, that there was some black Germans that was just as important as the Jewish Holocaust, that was part of the Jewish Holocaust, but they didn't get their money. You know what I'm saying? You know, you need to know, you know what I'm saying, Harriet Tubman was helping, you know, the Union Army and the spy, but they didn't want to pay the woman after she helped serve the country. You know what I'm saying? George Lopez could be an undercover racist. He can kick it with y'all, be cool with y'all. He know the money is in the, you know, the comedy that he's serving to the black folks and the Mexicans. I mean, it's white folks that fool with George. But when he said that, it's two things you don't do, that's reality. That's not a joke. It's reality. Now, people in the comedy set took it for what it is, because we all have our jokes about Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? That we had work harder than a Mexican, or, you know, Mexican with kids, or you can find a Mexican with 10 jobs, or whatever the case. So it is what it is, man. And at the end of the day, he is who he is. And that's what people fail to realize. You know, black people want to go along and get along and be everybody's friend. And that's the real issue at the end of the day. Everybody don't want to be your friend. They want to pimp you. They want to get what they can get from you, because every culture then pimped us and got money off us, but everybody ain't in favor. So George could be a low-key racist, even though he might be cool as hell with Snoop Dogg. It don't matter. it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was a joke. She took it. She probably took it and was sensitive to the subject matter. But at the end of the day, what she should have did was kept it under her hat and realized that this who this motherfucker really is. This is who he really is. This is not a game, man. So, you know, George may downplay it, but you got to understand, he got the root from his grandmama because his grandmama was already telling him, don't play that nigga in my house. You see what I'm saying? And that's the real reality out here. And it's a lot of people in positions of power, people in prominent positions, man, that will smile in your face all day and will hate your guts. And that's the part that I think Negroes ain't figured out. Because they think everybody like us and we all go along and get along, man. And these people out here, man, they playing for power. You know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, my rent going up. Going way up. Gentrification in Atlanta is real. They pushing black people out. They pushing black people out all over the country. Oakland, California, it's $3,000 a month for a one-bedroom downtown Oakland. You feel me? Detroit, Chicago. I mean, they pushing us out. Gentrification is real. It's about power and control. And you cats don't understand that out here because y'all think everybody's smiling, man. Everybody want to help you. These ain't studying you, man. If they can exploit you, they going to take what they can get and get on. Look, I'm out, man. It's cool water. Check me out. IsHipHopDead.com. IsHipHopDead.com. You just got to realize, man, you got to be wise enough to see the serpent for who he is. George Lopez may be a low-key racist. Even though he cool with everybody. Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, all the kings of comedy. He cool with them. But at the end of the day, even if it's a comic, you know, you say what you feel. And that's the reality. He gave you a peep into the Latino community, the Mexican, Hispanic, Latino community. And they don't fool with black folks too tough. You don't see the Mexican women, Latino women, they want a black man. But the Mexican and Latino men, they ain't trying to let them women get next to us. Cause they know, you know, we got the juice. We the big fish. You know what I'm saying? We got that swag. They ain't finna let us get next to them. So they try to block. You know? So just keep your eyes open, man. As they say, the war is real. You know what I'm saying? You got a nut in the White House and nuts on the street. Hey, man, I'm out. Holla at me. IsHipHopDead.com. Peace and stay black.